So Heather is trying to fight her termination, like she got from me. Like the landlady gave me a termination. I have to be out there a certain time, and she gave Heather a termination. She has to be out a certain time. When we was arrested, I was strictly like calm, just standing there. I just went over there with her to her friends, and we knocked on the door, and the neighbors called the cops. It was late. Yes, it was after hours. I don't think we were trying to intentionally wake people up. We didn't realize the time of how late it was. I didn't. I know for sure. But they did tell me to stay in the house because we were drinking alcohol. I wasn't intoxicated like they were saying. I was standing over there knocking on the door with her. I knocked like probably twice, and she was like excessively knocking. And the cops showed up, and then they arrested us. Another officer wasn't going to arrest us, but that one particular short cop that we had the issue saw before decided, yeah, he was like, arrest her too, meaning me. And they didn't read us, what do you call that, mirror right stuff, where they say you have a right to remain silence. Anything you say can be used against you, a court of law. You know, when they say that, when they arrest you, they didn't say that to me. And then we were in our own apartment complex, but we walked over to another neighbor's house, her friend. We was in our territory where we pay rent. I didn't destroy anything. I didn't do anything toxic. I didn't break anything. I'm getting charged for something that happened in my house that I couldn't control. They broke the mirror and stuff when it was fighting. And so I paid for it with my money, even though I didn't do it, because that's the proper thing to do if I want to like clean my reputation. For not paying it, because they're sure not going to help me pay it. It's just the consequence of living them in my house and that stuff happening, like. But she's trying to say that she didn't kick me or terminate me because of the domestic violence thing I called in. And she's trying to say something about, the landlady's trying to say something about being fair. I'm like, I don't understand, how is that fair? Because I really didn't do anything. It's my first offense getting in trouble in that apartment. I've never been in trouble there. Like, I was quiet, staying to myself, whatever, other than the neighbors, etc. Weird stuff with them watching me. I take pictures all the time. The cop said I was in no wrong. But they didn't give me a warning or anything. They just terminated me like that. And talking about it's fair. And then Heather got out of jail. She's gonna try to like fight it. She talked to the attorney. She said the attorney said the cops were in the wrong because it wasn't a public place. That's what the attorney's trying to say. Such and such what the attorney's trying to say, and talking about her mom's going to sue that certain cop, whatever, etc. I don't know. I already said there's something off with that cop, but I'm not going to get in on all of that. I'm just going to leave my time because I don't want to stay there anyway. That didn't make any sense to me. And then she's trying to fight her case, and then she gets to stay there. And gets her stuff fixed and stays there, and then let her stay there. Wouldn't that be wrong of them to let her stay there and not me, because you kicked me out because of her? Two, saying that it's fair for both of us to get terminated when I didn't really cause damage. I don't want to say it's a race thing, or she is Caucasian, I'm freaking colored, mixed girl. But it is prejudice here. Not gonna lie, been through that a lot here. If she gets to stay there, and then let her stay there, and then they kick me out, that would be like freaking weird, because you just said you kicked me out because you was doing it because of her, because you said it was fair, and then you putting in the freaking termination damages and all this type of stuff. I'm terminated because of guests damages that they done that was out of my control. Telling me about a freaking guy I don't know nothing about. You didn't say anything to me about anything about that person. I don't know nothing about him not being allowed up there, because that's her company. The freaking landlady is freaking like two-faced too. She acts nice, but she's not nice. She's up the freaking neighbors behind certain individuals there, talking about, yeah, it's favorism. Just a bunch of favorism going on there. I understand what that other person was talking about in the freaking the Google reviews. It's a bunch of favorism going on up there with certain individuals with her, that she let her freaking kid be watched by some neighbors when she's supposed to be at work, not socializing with the freaking neighbors, being cool with the neighbors, giving them special privileges on certain things when they're freaking residents. All them residents should have equal rights, not certain individuals just because they stayed there, paid rent, and been there for a long time. You know? But I was paying rent, always on time, never missed a payment, always did my stuff, what I had to do. I was just going through like bad stuff with the neighbors, like invading my privacy, just doing all types of stuff, like a whole bunch of other stuff there too, living there. Like, I don't feel right staying there or in this town. I think it's time to leave and go somewhere freaking out of here. My time is up. Basically, that's how I see, how God sees it in his mindset. He doesn't think like human beings, so it might seem strange to people of how God thinks, because he doesn't have a human mind concept, and some of the stuff might not make sense or understand why certain things just have to like trust the issue, trust the plan, and go with it. Prayer, practice forgiveness, moving on, not thinking of the past,